Hello, my name is MST Creator, as you can see right here, and this video I'll be covering something a bit different from what I usually do. So today we're going to be talking about chemistry, more specifically acids, bases, and salts, and more specifically indicators. Yeah, it will be a bit of a series because there are a couple of topics in it, and I don't want to make a 1 hour video of explaining it. So we're gonna do it in pieces. So today we're going to be talking about indicators. Bring the paper out. There we go. We have indicators. Now, what are indicators? Well, indicators are substances that change color when they are added to acidic or alkaline solutions. So basically, what this is saying that these are basically substances that this is like change color. So you visually change color when you put them in acidic, alkaline, or neutral solutions. Now, why do we need them? Well, one, we can use them to find out if a solution is acidic or alkaline or neutral. Yeah. Another thing is, well, more specifically, a certain indicator. Some indicators can tell us things about the substance, like its pH level or its acidity. So that's another thing. Okay, now moving on. We don't need this part. We have the pH scale. Now, what is a pH scale? Well, basically, it's this scale that goes from 0 to 14 and shows us the acidity or alkalinity of a solution. So, from 0 to 6, this is when it's just acidic, okay? So, yeah. Under 7 it's acidic, and if it's 7 it's neutral, and above 7 it's alkaline or basic. So 0 being the most acidic one and 14 being the most basic one. So here's an example. Hydrochloric acid, that's 0, that's 0 to 1. 7 being distilled water most of the time, and 14 is sodium hydroxide, 13 or 14 is sodium hydroxide. We'll be covering this stuff in like the next chapter, next video, like for acids. Okay, moving on, we have indicators, that like some of the examples. So the first indicator we have is the litmus paper. Now, litmus paper is basically the strip of paper that we have, and the strip of paper, we put the strip of paper into a solution, and if the solution is an acid, it will turn red. So it will turn red. And in a base, it will turn blue. And now for neutral, well, litmus paper comes in two colors, red and blue. So from if it's acidic, if it goes into an acidic solution, it will turn from red and stay red, or from blue to red. And if it's neutral and it's red and in base, it will turn from red to blue, or stay blue if it's blue. So yeah, there are two colors for it. We can just it's just like this. I'm just gonna put two colors like this. Next, we have phenolphthalein. Now, phenolphthalein is this colorless solution. Yes, it's colorless, and when you put it in acid, it will stay colorless. But when you put it in base, it becomes like pinkish. It becomes a sort of pinkish color. So I'm just gonna put pink over here. And yeah, so phenolphthalein stays colorless in neutral and acidic solutions, but when in base it becomes pink-ish, like dark pinkish sort of And then you have methyl orange. Now methyl orange is orange when neutral. It is just orange, just simple orange. And then in acids it becomes red. So we put red. And when it is in base it becomes yellow, like yellowish color. Hopefully you can see the yellow. Oh, you can. Yay. Okay, next we have the universal indicator. The reason we have another section for it is because it's a bit different. So universal indicator is a mix of indicator dyes, and it is used to tell the pH level of a solution. Can tell both if it's what it is, so acidic, neutral, or alkaline, or basic, whatever. But it can also tell us the pH level on the pH scale. Why? Well, because if you can see this diagram, you can tell for each of these numbers on the pH scale, it has a color underneath it. So this color is basically the color that the solution should be, and it signifies the pH level. So yeah. Then we have pH meters. Now what are pH meters? Well, pH meters are devices that can be used to tell us the exact pH level of a solution. And the reason I've highlighted exact is because these other indicators, they give, okay, so universal indicator, well, it just tells us a rough pH value. It doesn't tell us if it's like, I don't know, 10.5. It doesn't tell us that. It doesn't tell us if some acidic solution is 4.8678 something. It doesn't tell us that. It will just give us a rough count. Also, it's purely based off of our interpretation. So let's say someone is colorblind, so they won't be able to tell if the color of a solution, when you put it with the universal indicator, is some other color, because they're colorblind. You can't tell some colors apart. So yeah. And it's completely based off of human interpretation. So if I think a dark blue color as indigo, one other person may say it's purple, or another person may say it's like dark blue. So it's completely based off of our interpretation. That's a big problem with universal indicator, and that's why we have pH meters. Also, these normal indicators don't even tell us any pH. It just tells us a huge range, which is 0 to 7 or 7 to 14. It's really, yeah, not something we want if we want to know the pH. So yeah, pH meters are the fix. They just tell us the exact pH level. So if some solution has the pH of 5.8, the pH meter will show us 5.8. If it has a bigger number, it will show us that number as well. So yeah, that's how pH meters work. That's really all you need to know. So, oh, and also the use of pH meters, well, you can use them. They're used in many places, like one being they are used in a laboratory and it can also be used for testing soil, to see how fertile it is, or if it's acidic or not, because plants are better grown in like neutral sort of environment, soil. So yeah, we can also use pH meters for various other uses, like in computer systems and like sensor systems, to get the pH and stuff like that. Anyway, if this stuff made any sense whatsoever, and if this helped you in any way possible, I'm happy. I'm happy that this helps, because I don't think I'm good at explaining this stuff, but I'm trying, and I hope this made sense. If it did, please do like and subscribe, and share with your friends if they also need help with this stuff. Also, just remember that this is a sort of quick revision resource and not a full detailed go through of the whole thing, but this is really pretty much all you need to know. Anyway, this is I'm gonna go. Bye. Have a nice day or night. I don't know what time it is.